And
Thank
so
you
I
for
would
that.
say you have natural things like vitamin D, vitamin C. Then you've got things like, quercetin, green tea, zinc to build your immunity. And if you're even more concerned, ivermectin prevents you from getting it, treats it very effectively. Hydroxychloroquine, you can go to the frontline doctors, have a web page. One last thing I would like to say is please remember this vaccine, all of them, there's a new one coming out, Johnson and Johnson, are under an emergency authorization. They cannot mandate a vaccine on an emergency authorization, but they will try and they will tell you that you're going to be fired. And so, honestly, I would rather slice off part of my body, like cut off an arm, than get this vaccine. Because once my arm heals, the rest of my body is whole.
Mm,
If once you inject this, you don't know how it's changing your immune system and your insides that may change you for the rest of your life. And
we
you
don't
can't
know.
take it back out. And so I would say that you need to reach out. There's the Informed Consent Action Network, ICANN, and they've got great lawyers. I know Mary Holland stepped up to say if you do not want to take this vaccine and your employer is pushing it on you, then you need to see them and they will probably do some sort of class action lawsuit that says, no, this is an emergency authorization. And under an emergency authorization, you cannot mandate an experimental vaccine. So please do not cave.
Thank you so much for that. And I mean, I'm going to distill down, you said four really vitally important lines in the last 5 to 10 minutes. First, this cannot be mandatory. Second, you said be active. You don't mean exercise. You mean don't be afraid to speak. If we are afraid to speak, we are going to hit a point where we lose our voice. Third, and this is the most important, if you remember nothing else from this interview, remember this: there's still science that needs to be done. Dr. Christina Park said that. She said it kind of offhandedly. There's still science that needs to be done, which means the fourth thing we have to remember is that when there are still what ifs and what might happen questions about something, that plays very strongly into my personal decision. I know it plays very strongly into Dr. Park's decision. And I want to encourage all of you to think, do I really want to make a decision I may not be able to reverse? I cannot reverse when there's still science that needs to be done. Thank you so much, Dr. Parks. I really appreciate your time today.